Hello and welcome back to Canadian Disc Golf Productions. We've got a fun one for you today. Today we're doing Nico's drive at Bronte Creek. I am Chris Brown.
And I'm Galen Naidu-Harris. Very excited to be back in the booth and commentating on coverage at our home course, Chris. This is awesome.
Yes, we'd probably be in this drone flight somewhere if you looked hard enough.
Yeah, that's me behind the pine tree, I think.
So for those of you who don't know what Nico's drive is, Nikko Forbes is out of Peterborough. How old is he? He's like 9?
Young enough that I'm shocked every time I see coverage of how good he can throw.
Yeah.
But I couldn't answer that directly,
So
I'm not sure.
He runs a series of junior events, and this one is the one at Bronte. First off, we have Sergio Diaz-Yana. We call him Ricky, so if you hear us call him Ricky.
Yeah, little Ricky.
That is why. Here's Nikko Forbes himself with the luscious locks. I'm jealous.
Oh man, yeah, I wish I had hair like that.
Here we have Grant, also with luscious locks.
The locks continue to be luscious, yeah.
And then Joseph surprising us with his fantastic
with his
smile.
happiness.
Yeah. So we're playing a modified short version of Bronte Creek's Prodigy baskets.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that we just had discussed this with Wally behind Canadian Disc Golf Productions, but can you break down for us who's playing against who?
Okay, so in this field, we have 3 under 8s, and that would be Nico, Grant, and Joe, or Joseph as he's written here, but I think he's Joe. And then Ricky is playing in the under 10 division, so we'll get a little bit of everything here.
Love it.
148 feet on hole 1 from the junior tee pad. That's a great shot. He's 15 feet for the 2.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, I'm always impressed by how much torque he can generate, given you can tell he's a shorter guy, given how young he is. It's insane.
Ooh, as Nico kind of sneaks into the bushes there, but that's a great forehand.
Great. Yeah, that's got to be pin high.
Whoa.
I wish I had a forehand like that at that age.
I think that was
Joe. I think.
Yeah, that was Joe with a rip. Look at that, 2 backhanders, 2 forehanders.
I like it, 50-50. And worth mentioning off the hop that there is no out of bounds in this coverage. So for those of you that were worried about Joe's shot, nothing to worry about. He's in position for a great putt.
We got Nico out of the bushes here. Just getting it up close. Good to see him switch off of that forehand putt and get some good backhand putts in. Let's see what Ricky can do here from a close distance.
Drains it. Birdie
Nice
on
birdie.
hole 1. Yeah, you love to start off that way.
It's good. So today we are playing 15 holes. So not a full 18, but still plenty of disc golf to be had. Great putt from Nico.
Absolutely.
Good form, good control, not a good pace.
I'm not going to lie, Chris. I wish I could putt like that because I can't.
There you go. Flops that one in there.
Nice tap
Doing
in.
great things.
Yeah.
Oh, and now here we have an actual
There's
tap in.
yeah, that is like the definition of a tap in.
Love to see the mini placements.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, nobody's upset there starting with a birdie and a couple of pars.
It's true.
Great job, guys.
Hole 2 from the junior tee pad is 145 feet again, so still a fair distance. But if you're a putter, your upshot goes a little long, you are in for a trek.
Yeah, seriously, it is a very quick drop off behind that basket, so you don't want to gun it too far. Ooh, little ace run there from little Ricky.
Okay, gets into the bushes in the back, so it's not going to be easy, but...
See, this is what I was wondering from those kids on the card that have forehands, if we'd see some forehands here. That was great from Nico.
That was... Oh, okay.
Another ace run.
Okay,
I love it. Great shot, Joe. And Grant's just gets out of hand a little early, but we've seen him get some real torque on that forehand, so I'm sure we'll see some highlight reel ones from him soon.
Going for his 3rd shot, puts it up pretty close.
Yeah, puts it almost under the basket.
Not a tap in for any means. Ricky's in the trees deep.
And gets everything except the putt staying in the basket.
Lucky to have the as Nico also
too.
comes off left. Lucky to have the logs there to stop them from great putt from Joe there to pick up the 2 on hole 2.
Absolutely.
Good alliteration.
Grant just gets a little high.
Yeah, definitely running it though, not leaving it short, and that's the important thing.
No way. Yeah, you'd love to see that commitment. Yeah, and for folks that don't play Bronte regularly, you won't realize just how much danger is right back there, but that is a sheer drop straight down, so
at least
nice to have some logs to keep you in position.
At least 3 Rickies down.
3 Rickies down. I think it might be even more than that.
Maybe
but
more than 4 Rickies, yeah.
Yeah, minimum.
All right, let's see what Grant can do here. See if you can keep that height. Oh, that's off left-hand side. Still good height, though.
Yeah, good height, getting chains. Again, like you want to see the commitment there on the putt. There we go.
I think that was a 6 for Grant, but that's okay.
Yeah, I've taken many 6s in my day, young man. No shame in that.
This one's tricky. From the junior pad where they're playing from, it's uphill right off the bat.
Yeah, and very similar, I think, of a look into the basket as you're seeing from the regular short tee pads, where even if you hit your line, there's so many things in your way that you're just sort of praying it doesn't hit them. You hit your line, you gotta get a little lucky too.
As Joe just puts that one off, probably basket high, but a little bit right.
Yeah, and Joe, we should mention, coming off of a birdie there on hole 2, a great birdie.
Ooh, Ricky gets one up there too. And there's the patented Nico forehand that we all know and love.
Absolutely. Puts himself in a nice position too. Okay, Grant, let's see it. Oh yeah, I love that shot shape. Let's go.
Yeah, playing on the outside, really a smart play. No trees out that way, and it kind of puts you in towards the basket as he drops it pretty close. Not a tap in again, but
yeah, it looks like he gave it a little bit of a bid there, just a little lower than he might have liked, and well in position for a look at it.
Ricky tried to get that one.
Oh, yeah.
That was outside circle, and he wanted it.
Yeah, and those of us
Nico.
that play with Ricky know that he wants every single putt. Like, he does not know how to lay up, this young man. Oh, and he makes it.
That was a big putt. That's a comebacker that you're kind of sweating when you're stepping up to. So,
oh yeah,
props to Ricky.
Yeah, I don't, I'm like, 3 times Ricky's age, and I'm still sweating those putts, and he's training them like it's nobody's business.
See what Grant's got for us. Oh, dead center.
Yeah, beautiful. Nice correction from the last hole. Kid's looking good.
And then Nico and Joe both into tap in there. Very close putts.
Tap in territory.
Proper form. Everything's good.
That's how you tap in a disc.
What a beautiful day this day it was too. It was just a little breeze, which is like rare at Bronte. It's always a really big breeze.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's always a lot of breeze. And we should mention hole 4. We are playing from the regular short tee pad, not from the junior tee pad. So a bit more of a challenge off the tee for these guys. And I have full confidence they'll put something up there, especially Ricky. I mean, I haven't seen any of these other kids play until today. I've been very impressed so far, but I know from playing in a lot of clubs and a lot of tag matches that Ricky knows this hole well. So see what everybody puts up there.
Plus, is a very good forehand line if you can get it. Oh, they had a lefty line too. So
yeah,
2 forehanders, a lefty, and then Ricky, who plays his course blindfolded.
Yeah, seriously. We should actually blindfold him one day and see how he does. Still not going to miss anything.
Yeah,
nice shot.
I like that forehand down the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
It's the gap you can see. You can hit pretty aggressively.
Wow.
Oh,
look at that form.
Look at that's inside circle.
I think I said a minute ago about somebody's shot that I wish I had a forehand like that at that age. I wish I had a forehand like that now. Are you kidding me? Great shot, Nico.
Also drops a great forehand up just past where the junior tee pad would be.
Yeah, looking good. One more forehand, puts himself a little further up the fairway.
I think this is maybe the first forehand that we've seen out of.
I think you might be right. First forehand out of Joe, yeah.
Yeah, and then, but did you notice that he went lefty backhand, righty forehand?
Yeah, I'm just sort of calibrating again because I haven't seen anybody play except for Ricky, but he's throwing ambidextrous. Now he's throwing lefty and righty.
That's a good skill to have.
Absolutely.
I've known a few people.
Wow, and runs it from what, maybe 30 feet there and just about gets it.
That would be big, but still nice and close. Good safe run.
Yep, perfect.
Nico's drive, I think he caught a branch. You saw it dancing in the wind there. So
you say Nico's drive there, so it had the same energy as when you're reading a book. And on like page 300, you see the book title finally. Nico's drive was perfect.
Yeah, great putt.
Yeah, nice look at the first one. Nice finish there. Nice shot, Ricky.
That is a very, very well played hole. Everyone kept it straight. I know Joe got caught off in the trees a bit, but
hey, playing from the grown-up tees, played very well this hole.
Definitely.
And we got Grant coming in to tap in.
Well done.
With style.
Yeah, keeping it clean, keeping it moving forward.
One shot at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And hole 5, I believe we are also playing from the regular short, not the junior tee pads, which is nice to see. Mixed in some more challenging holes.
This is a tough hole from the junior tee, or from the regular short tee pad, I should say.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been offline a whole bunch of times in that shrubbery in the middle, in the valley. Yeah, this isn't fun for anybody.
Let's see what they can give us here. This would be a tough hole. A forehand.
Ricky lining up a forehand. I love it.
It's gonna be great. We have 2. Oh, keeps that a little low. But hey, lots of power.
Yep. Nico. Oh, that looks perfect. Yeah, I pray for forehands like that on this hole. What a shot.
That's perfect. Again, another drive inside the circle. And then a lefty on the card with lots of power. I expect this to go...
Oh, look at his form.
Did he just
That's
go
awesome.
long on this hole?
I think he might have.
Oh, just. That's perfect. That's a great spot to be.
Right at the cameraman.
Let's see what Grant here. Another forehand.
Yeah, looks great.
I like the disc matching the shirt. That's his veteran play.
Yep. Style points count. Maybe not on the scorecard, but nice up from Ricky. He skips a little further away than he'd like, but landed it in the perfect spot there.
That's great power from Grant out of the bushes there from an awkward stance.
Yeah, that's one of the tougher parts of disc golf. It's easy to plan for situations where you're on a tee pad or an open field.
Oh, that was so close. That would have been huge. That would have been close to 25 to 30 feet maybe.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. But yeah, tough to scramble for anyone, and that was a great scrambling upshot. Great look at the putt.
Oh, as Nico comes off just right with his perfect drive.
Good height, good commitment. Just a little offline. Oh, and Ricky.
I love when I see a putt miss. And it's high, it's going in, given the commitment.
Absolutely.
You don't want to see it miss, but if it has to miss one way.
Yeah, I think if it had to miss anyway, I would say missing high is probably my favorite. I mean, none of them are my favorite, but the one I mind the least.
So Ricky coming off to a demanding lead in his division.
Yeah, I think he's like way ahead of the next closest competitor, of which there are none. But yeah, I think even if he was playing a field, he'd be doing pretty well for himself. He's looked good. Yeah,
we were comparing his scores at Christie Lake to how he would have done.
Oh,
and it was something. So.
Honestly, he might have beat me at Christie Lake. my tournament or my scores at Spring Fling were not great, and he played well, I think.
All right, hole 6. We play from what used to be the drop zone here across the road, and you can go kind of dealer's choice, left, right. I think the hyzer is the play, but it brings this tree in the right in. Was there a bird on the basket?
There was a bird on the basket. Yeah, that's awesome.
And we get Nico trying to play the flex forehand. I guess the forehand really is taken off the table here with these trees.
Yeah, it's tricky.
But, I mean,
if Nico makes it look easy, yeah.
If anyone can do it, it's Nico throwing in 40 long.
I was going to say throwing way long. That's awesome.
Oh, another forehand out of
Joe, yeah.
Yeah, out of Joe here.
Yeah. No, it's nice to see Joe mixing it up. It's tough for any player to have really effective shots of different varieties in their toolkit, and he looks really good today. Ricky!
Yeah, Ricky!
No way.
He's still hanging in the chains.
Wow.
The plastic playback.
Oh yeah, and I think this has to be the first ace on Canadian Disc Golf Productions coverage. Way to go, little Ricky!
Look at the celebration, and then
man,
and then Grant has to throw after that, and still puts out a great attempt at a shot that just catches the tree.
It's never easy to follow an ace, eh?
I'm wondering if Ricky ran it in, or if he just sort of left it there for intimidation.
Yeah.
Here we go, Joe, putting it up.
Yeah, no, I actually remember reading about this ace on Facebook, and I didn't realize it was on this coverage till tonight. Nico, great putt.
Yeah, that's from in the bush. That's 25 feet.
Yep, looks great. That is a serious putt.
We did get a notification that it happened.
Oh, that's the second and Grant, one. Yeah.
That's the second one for Grant that just sort of nubbed out. 2 holes in a row.
Lots of basket, tickled the chains. What didn't want to stay in.
And then a great putt from Joe there to finish that off.
Absolutely. A very well played hole for our cards.
I mean, an ace, a birdie, and 2 well-played holes. That is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good for you, Ricky.
And Ricky's going for the pose. Love to see it.
Oh, that's huge.
That's awesome. Okay, hole 7, par 3, of course, 120 feet. A couple different options here. I think we're going to see a couple of these young men opt for the forehand since they have it in the bag, and it looks pretty open there on the left side. But not Ricky.
Ricky's going for the ace again. 2 in a row. Can he
Let's
do
go.
it? Oh.
Oh my God.
I thought he...
Jeez. Yeah,
That's
he's
huge.
He's certainly scaring these baskets.
But that's the smart play because right behind this basket is another 3 to 4 time Ricky drop off.
Yes, yeah, this is another steep drop off at the back. No OB to worry about today, but you don't want to be at the bottom of that hill.
Joe catches a little early and puts himself in the bush on the right, but I think he'll be able to get out of there no problem.
He'll find his way out of there. And Grant, nice power, just a little higher than he might have liked, or a little lefter, but that there was a lot to like about that shot.
Grant seems to be getting more and more power with every single hole.
Yeah, I wonder if he's that's his like superpower. Every hole he gets a little bit better. He aces the last 8 holes.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's thrown 400 by hole 15.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe. Ooh, just off.
Just off. Great commitment. And Ricky puts it home.
Casual 10-foot putt for Ricky. No problem.
Just averaging 1.5 on the last 2 holes with the ace and birdie. There you go, Joe. Nice putt.
I'm taking more strokes than that on this hole alone.
Oh, yeah.
Bag on.
Bag
Pure
on.
focus.
Full send.
Then he does it. That's the trick. You gotta weigh yourself down like Goku.
It is, yeah.
And there we go. Another rather straightforward hole, but definitely a lot of danger to be had.
Yeah, could have gotten away from them, but played very well.
One of my favorite holes in Ontario is hole 8. Just the perfect little hobbit hole, downhill throw. Lots of opportunity for glory and danger.
Absolutely.
201 feet. They're playing from the short tee pad. This one is a big throw for anybody.
Absolutely. And Ricky puts it in a nice position. Doesn't get as much height as he'd like, but very nice.
The forehand is a pretty safe play here. You got the wide open fairway on your left. You just got to get it going in the right direction.
Yeah, I wish I would forehand here more often. I feel like the ace run is a little too appealing for me. But I take a lot of 3s and 4s here because I'm giving it that run. And when I'm forehanding, it's 2s and 3s.
Grant gets up a little high, but as long as he's not behind that tree, he's going to have a look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lefty power here. I think he can make it a red if he gets full clip on this.
Oh, jeez. Just absolutely rips it and catches some lumber, but he should have an open look from there, too.
That was incredible.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that was a great forehand.
He's got the forehand backhand combo. He's going to be a force to reckon with in the years to come.
Absolutely. Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. Jesus, kid.
Look at this smart play from Grant.
Yeah.
Knowing that he doesn't need to follow the fairway. There is a gap in the back in which you can play.
Seeks it out.
He seeks it out and hits it, and he left himself a decent putt as Ricky gets incredibly lucky through the trees, but still going to take it whenever we get.
All skill, Chris. Come on.
Sorry, I can't sell you short, Ricky.
No, it was nice power, but a little offline. Favorable kick. I like to get lucky, too. I can't be good, so I may as well be lucky.
Grant drops one up there nicely. Can't see who this is in the bushes. Is that Nico?
I think that's Nico putting there. Yeah,
Nico. Such a good thing Nico putting on all these things. Obviously, Carl comes around and helps out, but we all know who the brains of the operation is.
Oh, yeah. And the brawn. Have you seen that arm on him?
Yeah, exactly. So, really excited to see all these junior events popping up all over Ontario and growing the junior game, which is incredibly important to the future of disc golf here.
Absolutely. And I have to mention, you called this a little hobbit hole. I promise this will be a G or PG story. I was at a bachelor party last weekend, and we were all hanging out and not doing anything untoward at all. And my wife texted and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I said, "We're watching The Hobbit," and I was having an adult beverage. And she said, "Is that a code? Do you guys you're all saying that you're watching The Hobbit, but you're actually like doing something way more inappropriate?" And I was like, "No, we're just actually watching The Hobbit," and sent her the pictures to prove it. So I love Hobbit holes, and I love Nico's drive. And what do we got on hole 9?
Hole 9 has this big creek that once you get into, it's tough to get out of. It's really high both sides.
That's
if you don't
got to
get
be
across.
at least 3.5 Rickies, I think.
I'm gonna call this one just a solid 3.
Solid
3 Rickies.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Not quite as far as 2 or 7, but
Wow, what a shot.
oh, that could have been really good if he got through that tree better. But
Seriously, I missed that tree, that same amount of power. I think that's an ace run.
I'm excited to see what Nico does here. This is a whole design for his shot shape.
That's what I was just thinking.
And
I mean, yeah.
does it, but that... Oh, no, that's actually great.
Yeah.
Comes down a little bit right into the headwind.
Yeah, it looked like the wind just pushed him a little bit offline, but wow, what a shot.
Ooh, as Grant also gets a good shot out there. Again, getting caught up a little bit late. Ooh.
Yeah, good position
Yeah.
for Joe as well.
Yeah, makes it out of the bushes. Oh, maybe just barely in the bushes, but we saw his forehand on the last hole. It's definitely proficient.
Wow, look at the power on that.
Yep, that's up there. He's got to look for a putt there.
And Grant, power to spare as well. Just gets a little caught up, but should have a look at the basket for 3.
Oh,
Yep,
smart play.
Playing smart.
Into the headwind, up the hill.
Well,
Don't want to hit the basket and come back
I
down.
was going to say, especially with that valley here. Ooh.
As Joe tries to drop it in from the backside.
Sure does. Nice run. Oh, and Ricky, what a putt.
I don't think anyone's surprised by this point.
No, I mean,
Ricky doing
I'm
Ricky
certainly
things.
not. And what a putt.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if we were going to plastic playback.
Yes, indeed. 'Cause
Wow, look at that form. Full commitment, nice hyzer putt, dead center.
that's scary because if he hits the cage or the band or anything like that, it's coming right back down at him.
Well, hey, if you got a putt like that, you don't have to be scared.
Nico after his... Ooh.
Oh, just about.
After seeing Ricky doing it, you know he wanted it.
Oh, gotta go for it.
Oh, another great putt.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to admit, these young men are putting a lot better than a lot of our other film participants.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's nothing to make you feel worse about yourself than watching somebody like a third or quarter of your age be better at your sport than you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try and reverse that and just feel really good for them.
Yep.
It's really good for the future of the sport, and I'm really happy that these young men are looking so good on this coverage. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go home and work
With
my putting.
the turbo.
Oh, the turbo.
Or the
All
pe-
right, Grant, calm down. Jeez.
The pizza putt, if you want to call it
Oh,
that.
yeah, just serving up a pizza.
Mhm.
I like it.
Hole 10. What's there to say about this? I believe they're playing from the junior tee pad, which is right here. Or no, maybe they put them farther back.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, because I'm
Mhm.
thinking that tee pad we just went past be a little bit closer, but 228 feet. Not a whole lot to worry about. There is that large tree trunk on the left. I think that would be the only real obstacle until you get up a little closer to the basket. So,
But once
if
you
you're
get
one of these young men, rip something as hard as you can and try and give yourself a putt if you can. But it's a long shot. Oh yeah, they're shooting from pretty early.
yeah, this is
a full pump.
This is a hole I think designed for
Wow.
Joe. This shot shape fits perfectly Joe with his powerful Anheuser release.
Absolutely. And Ricky's showing that it's designed for him too, because holy.
Yeah, but Ricky's fantastic. Every hole is designed for him.
That's a good point.
Same with Nico getting a great flex forehand
Great
there.
flex forehand.
A little bit of a tailwind here, so it's gonna kind of push everything down if it doesn't get going.
Absolutely.
Seeing Grant throw this, going left side. That's smart. Keep it out of the
himself.
long grass. Why risk putting yourself in the Tickville?
Absolutely. And Joe, hey,
there
let's
we go.
What a shot.
Catches some foliage, but
Yeah,
still gets up there.
absolutely. Grant, yeah, nice upshot. Bit off a lot of distance there. Great
Oh,
upshot
yeah.
from Joe as well. That's everything you want out of that.
All right, Grant going for another forehand here. Smart play, keeps it away from the tree on the right if you can just push it. Oh, and he does exactly that.
Yep, puts himself in a nice position. Great shot. Nico too, perfect upshot.
Keeping it low, out of the wind. Can't get away from you that way. We think Ricky's going to give this a healthy run.
And he does, and just a little right side, but great bid. Yeah, the toughest part about this game, in my opinion, I mean, there's a lot of tough parts, but is playing smart sometimes. And we're seeing a lot of smart play today. This is going to serve these gentlemen well. Great putt there from Joe.
Yeah, plastic playback.
Yeah, well deserved.
Really see the reach here. Finishes his hand at the basket.
Oh, yeah. Shaking hands with the basket.
You can learn something from this. And then casually strolls it in. And he does it every day.
Yeah, and Ricky with the putt taking a knee there, too. Great power. It's tough to get enough spin and push on a putt from down there.
Especially when you're crouched, hidden dragon style.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah, tough putt for Grant. I mean, you can't really tell on coverage here. There's a lot of little branches there, though. I highly doubt he had much to putt at.
Oh, Nico.
Oh, Nico with the same problem. It's too bad.
Having to crouch.
Nice finish.
It's hard to generate power when you can't move your legs.
Yeah, and hard to find a line to the basket with all those hanging limbs.
All right, let's see Grant. Oh, also having to get down to the knee. It's really difficult.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh,
yeah. But finishes it off strong. Finally gets the disc in and it wants to stay.
Yeah, that's
bodes well for the next hole.
Hole 11. Hole 11 is the big problem here is this tree we're about to pass on the left here. It used to be a lot bigger but half the tree fell down, so to really open up the right to left kind of shot coming through there.
Yeah, it used to be well, I wouldn't say very different, but it's just it's subtle enough change that it sort of changes your thinking about the hole, maybe a little bit more than your actual shot. But I find I'm playing it different. And wow, great shot from Ricky. I don't know why I'm saying wow at this point. Why am I surprised? It's tearing up this course. I'll never stop being impressed. Great shot from Joe, too.
If it gets around the tree, and it just does. That is big.
Yeah, that's a big throw. Great position.
Oh, for a second, I thought Nico was going backhand.
And I'm thinking this is like the forehand hole here.
Ooh.
Yeah, great shot. Another Nico drive right in the circle. Love to see it.
Great power from Grant. Good control. Puts it up next to the tree.
Absolutely.
Smart play again.
Yeah, Grant pins it. Beautiful.
Knows not to throw it under the trees near the basket, because that is how danger happens.
That's where you find some serious trouble. And great look at it there from Joe. Full commitment for the birdie putt.
Ooh.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
That would have been a big putt though. A little nose down, but he definitely got the power. And
wow.
Ricky out of the bush.
Ricky. Yeah, let's see that one again. Wow. Ricky from the Amazon rainforest.
Nice,
Love
Joe.
to see it. Yeah.
Good confident putt through the chains. Make sure you're making it there.
Not leaving anything up to chance. Solid finish from Nico as well.
Then the drop in. All right, we're getting close.
We're getting close.
3 holes left, and Nico and Joe. Grant has a fantastic finish. That's what you want to see. Some excitement.
I think we got 4 holes left, Chris. We don't want to jump the shark here.
Oh yeah, there's 15 holes.
15 holes.
Anyways, I'm just hyping you up for an extra hole that you didn't know you had. Hole 12 from the junior tee pad, but it's not the junior because it's a little bit farther back, is 154 feet. The forehand players are going to have some difficulty, but there's nothing wrong with just bailing out right and taking a long putter or just like an easy 3.
Yeah, the only spot you don't want to find yourself is under those trees on the left, so the forehanders will have some open air in front of them on the right they can hit with those forehands. And Ricky taking sort of the standard play, right hand, backhand, puts it just a little short, but very nice, well positioned for a putt. Great shot.
Also going to have trouble for, hopefully Joe can just get it up there and get left.
Yep.
That's nothing wrong with that.
And the one time the disc doesn't want to listen to him. I've been loving his turnover shots today, and the one time he's looking for it, just to hit that line perfectly, the disc golf god said no.
Yeah, but again,
great power.
Keeping it out of the one spot you can't be, right?
Yep.
And Nico, gets a good kick.
I think stays out of it, yeah. Close to danger, but not in the danger zone. And Grant lining up beforehand as well.
Does he get through the tree? He does. That's a smart play. Yep. Leaves himself just right of the basket. Wow,
nice shot there from Joe.
And then
just scoots a little long, but
gonna have that from the knee under the tree putt that we dread so much.
yeah, but the power to get all the way over there and miss the branches in front of him, that was very nice.
It looked like Nico wanted that at the beginning. He wanted to jump putt it and then checked up and said, I'll just lay it up under the basket.
Okay, I guess.
Oh,
Ricky. Wanted to see him get it, and almost.
There you go,
Wow,
Joe.
nice looking forehand putt there from Joe. That, I think, is the trickiest putt in the game, at least for me. To get a forehand with enough spin, the right height, and to calibrate left to right, up to down properly. So seeing him get that close is great to see. Nice putt there from Nico.
But it's also so gratifying when it goes in.
Oh, yeah. That's why we do it. Even when we shouldn't sometimes.
There you go, Grant.
Very nice.
Great 3, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Joe comes to tap in his 4, which is perfectly fine because he got caught up in those trees on the right.
Yeah, nothing you can do when you're over there except play smart, and he does. Finishes strong, as does Ricky. On to hole 13.
The hanging basket.
The hanging basket. You've got a low ceiling on the right. You've got that tree protecting the basket the tree the basket is hanging in. Couldn't make that sentence work, but a tricky hole. You got to hit your height right, your power right, and stay out of trouble.
And there's no sliding up to this basket either. There's a ring of logs at about 15 feet.
Absolutely.
So you gotta give it a run on your second shot.
Yeah, and this is one as well where they're playing further than the traditional junior tees, so a little extra challenge for these gentlemen. Ricky with great power just gets it a little high, but he'll have a nice look from there.
Nico playing this one smart, knowing that the gap is on the right-hand side. Just get it out there, get it so you have a good second shot.
Yep.
Easy second shot.
And again, it might not seem traditional with where the basket's placed, but I actually like a forehand here because you've got a whole lot more trouble to contend with a backhand, and these guys are going to be putting their discs to safe places with these forehand shots and leaving themselves lots of room to work with.
Oh, another one, Joe. Powered in there just a little bit low, I think. If a little higher, nothing would have been hyzering in towards the basket for him.
Yeah, right up there.
Is he trying to play the Plinko shot?
Ooh. Either way, a great commitment gets it up to well inside the circle.
Oh, that was a great shot from
look
Joe,
at the
too.
power there. Yeah, that's awesome.
Shot shapes it perfectly, gets it around into the gap. Oh, Ricky.
Just a little trouble for Ricky, gets a little high.
Trying to put it in, I'm thinking.
But this kid is unflappable. He does not let things get to him. And there we go. Laces the follow-up shot right underneath the basket.
Pops it over the log. The guardian logs, as we'll call them.
Yep. Nico giving it a run.
Just left of the basket.
Wow, almost puts it in.
It's kind of a fun putt from there. At least he's elevated, so it gets kind of a level with him. But
yep. And Joe's putt gets a little elevated, but still well positioned here. I should say.
Good height from Grant there.
Yep.
You can see why this basket is so difficult with how guarded it is from 90% of the angles.
Yeah, it's very tricky. Doesn't matter where you are, you're probably going to have a little something to contend with. Nice putt there from Nico, contending with some branches on that side.
While the basket is swaying in the wind.
Yeah, that's something else here too. That's not a calm day. It wasn't just from the putts. You can see those branches gusting a little. So
it's never a calm day at Bronte.
It sure
There's always some sort of wind. Nice putt from Grant there, dropping it in.
And now hole 14, one of my favorite holes at Bronte Creek. You've got this beautiful ring of logs around the basket, and playing from the longer tees, it plays as an island, so you get to really have fun committing and going for it. 189 feet, so a full pump for these young men. And let's see how it plays out, so you can take almost any line you'd like.
Nico's got this distance all day if he gets a good throw off.
Absolutely.
Looks a little high, but I think it's got the distance almost.
Yeah. Comes up a little short, but it'll be a nice spot.
You think he's throwing the same disc he aced hole 6 with?
Oh, he better be.
And it's looking good.
Whoa.
Oh
my goodness.
Comes up just below the basket.
Ricky's all over the basket today.
Another plastic playback. And here we get to see a good angle of how close that came to getting 2 in 1 round.
Oh, that is very close. First he almost gets it with the pure shot, and then he almost gets it off at the skip. It's rare you'll see 2 ace runs on one shot.
Grant commits to this. This is gonna be all him.
Absolutely.
And he does. That's a great throw.
Absolutely, that's great height. Yet just outside of that ring of fire there. Very nice.
Who gets that one turned over?
Yeah, may have to contend with the tree there, but I'm not too worried. Joe's been playing very well today.
Yeah. Switches to the forehand.
See, and why would I be worried?
Whoa!
Great forehand, flashes the basket. Great.
That was so impressive.
That was awesome. Yeah, he seriously buzzes those chains.
Yeah.
Eh? Wow.
Gets over the island, below the branches, into a 10-foot putt.
That's a good point too with that tree there. That is not an easy shot to execute.
Ooh, Grant goes a little long with that extra power he's building up on these holes.
Maybe he had an extra can of spinach in the morning. Wow, Nico.
I thought that was going in, then the
So
wind
did I.
dragged it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great putt. Great looking putt. Good angle. Good height.
Yep, great commitment.
Oh, as Ricky drops one off the cage.
Almost, Ricky, almost. Oh, wow. That was a very nice putt there from Joe. Great form. We've seen quite a few nice putts from him today.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power towards the basket. That's what you want to develop.
Yep, nice spin. Good form.
And then there's Nico, just doing everything correct.
Yep,
Been doing it for a long time. He knows what he's doing.
he sure does. Not that any of these young men are, but you rarely see Nico make a mistake. He's just so clean, so consistent, so smart with his play.
Coming over to celebrate with one of his competitors.
As well he should.
And that's it. That was a fun hole to play.
Yeah.
Gotta love the island at Bronte.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
What you were saying, hole 8 was one of your favorites in Ontario. That's one of my favorites. I love that hole. And now down to our final one, Chris, hole 15.
yes, hole 15, which is actually hole 18 on Bronte course, but today we're gonna call it 15 because
Yes.
Nico's rules rule.
Yeah. Well, Nico rules, so his rules should too.
Finish it off. Joe's gonna need to make a big push to catch Nico here, but I think Nico
throws it long. My goodness.
that is really far.
Yeah.
I've landed here many times, and more often than not, I don't get it there.
Ricky with another great forehand. Yeah, let's see that one again. Plastic playback. Shows us the full commitment. Nice hyzer angle out of the hand. Pin high. Very makeable putt for that young man. Great shot.
I've been really impressed with Ricky's forehand of late.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually played on a card with him recently enough to know that he's forehanding as well as I've seen him today. I'm really impressed.
Joe comes up a little early there. This hole had his name written all over it, but he can still get up and down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Grant.
This hole's tough for anyone. Great drive for Grant.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow, 3 drives, ball in position, and nothing to complain about with Joe's.
Look at that disc with the smiley face.
Yeah.
I want a little scuba.
Yeah, I love it. He's got a better skimmer than me by like a pretty wide margin.
It's got all the tricks in the bag.
Yeah. I've seen that today.
This could be a tough basket for them to putt on with the height. As Nico puts one.
Chris, it's a tough basket for me to put on with the height.
It says something about you, not so much about the basket.
That's true. Yeah, well.
The
Short kings forever. Wow.
Yes, Grant.
Grant,
what a way to
strong.
finish. Was that a 2?
I think that was a 2, yeah. Yeah, because that was his beautiful
Yes,
forehand.
that was a 2 to finish out.
That's so nice to see.
Well done. Ricky as well with the 2 capping off a -5.
Wow.
-550 birdieing at least 1/3 of the holes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And then
Yeah, 5 of 15
Yeah.
too. It's not 5 of 18.
Joe makes a good putt there too. This would be like looking into the sun trying to make this putt.
Seriously.
Nico for his tap in to win his division. Look at that. Well
Amazing.
done.
Well done to Nico. Well done to Ricky and Joe and Grant. No shame at all in your play today.
Yep.
Very well played by all 4 of our competitors.
Yep.
That is amazing.
Big putts, big throws, lots of fun.
This had everything. Yeah. And again, I want to try and be happy for them, but I just keep watching and going, oh my goodness, how good am I at this sport if they're kicking my butt at this age?
And then guarantee they're only going to get better.
Oh, guaranteed.
So,
well, Chris, always great to be here with you. Thanks everyone for joining us for Nico's Drive.
Thank you, Carl and Nico. We love that you're putting these on. These are fantastic.
This has been so much fun. Thanks for joining us.
I am Chris Brown.
And I'm Galen Naidu Harris. See you in the next one.